right, so sorry, guys. We were short out. His network issue. Please, you can come in. Let me quickly see how I can get the laptop to him. The network has really been bad. Let's see how that can happen. Please, guys, just hang in there. Your facilitator is here. Let me see the network I'm connected. Okay, it's my own. So you can just send it here. Okay, you want to use it. Okay. I'm also having the class of 6. I'm also struggling with it. That's why I couldn't.
All right, now. Right, so lovely for you. Oh, listen, I'm about to repeat my class. So guys, what happened? Did it work? Still working on it since. All right, hello. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me and can you see me? Hello, can you hear me and can you see my screen? And I'll see your okay, participants can now see my application. Hello, if you can hear me, you can send the chat if your network is not strong enough to talk. I just want to confirm that you can see my screen. All right, so did we test it? Those here, hello. Did you guys test it? Hello, did you guys test it? Did it work? Error. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, yes, I can. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I think the network is pretty bad for me. Sorry about that. Sorry, someone is playing music. Please, can you please mute yourself? Okay, so let me catch you up with what we're doing. So for our research today, we're going to be looking into VLOOKUP and charts. Okay. We started with VLOOKUP, we looked at it, and that's what everyone is currently practicing. So let me bring you up to it. Oh, you did now. That's not perfect. Not three. Not using three to find the stuff. That's how yours works. Hello. So now we'll look at VLOOKUP, and in VLOOKUP we said we're talking about the fact that VLOOKUP is used to search out and extract certain values based on certain conditions. That is, for example, looking at my employee details here table, I want to find out the salary of Esther. So the company has told me to give them the salary of certain people. And it's a large data set. How do I extract that? Do I need to start scrolling down and looking for their names and then looking for their salaries? all of that is quite cumbersome and unnecessary to go through. Okay, so then we come up with, that's when we use VLOOKUP. Okay. And with VLOOKUP, all we need to do is we say name. One, because I want to look for Esther, we say salary. Then underneath we say Esther. And now we put in the VLOOKUP. So we say equal to VLOOKUP. I hope you're following. Please, I think because the network is pretty bad, you guys can send chats. That'll be better. I'll be able to read it and respond accordingly. So VLOOKUP. So we say equal to VLOOKUP. Now the first thing we select is the lookup value, which is Esther, right? Then we have a comma. Then now we have the table array. So the table array has to contain both the column that you are looking, sorry, that you have the lookup value, and the column that you have the return value. So for example, now lookup value is in names, right? Is in names, and our return value is salary. So I don't necessarily need to highlight the whole table for it to work. I can just highlight from name down to salary, because my lookup value is in name and my return value is salary. Okay. Then I do a comma, and now I said column index. Now the column index is the column in which I have my return value, which here is salary. So the index number will be what? This is 1. Number name will be index number 1. Department will be 2. Salary will be 3. So I put in what? 3. I put in 3. Okay. And then it now says what? Now I'm looking for approximate match. So maybe my local value isn't necessarily a name, a distinctive value. It might be something in relation to numbers, numerical value estimates. I can ask, okay, give me an approximate match. But if it's an exact value, and also an exact match, say exact match, which is false, then I close the brackets, click on enter, and here it shows me that what Esther is being paid 800,000. Now, because this cell has not been conditioned, you will not see it as that kind of value. So then you have to put in the data type for that particular cell to be able to see it in the light in which you've gotten it from. So that's how you do the V lookup. I hope we're really clear on that. I don't know if you can still hear me. I'm seeing 8 people. Sorry, can you hear me now? Since you said my voice was shaky. Hello, can you hear me now? Or is it still shaky? The network in the country generally has been bad for the last 4 days. Hello, Isaac Comfort. Can you hear me? Yes, I hope the recording will be sent so that we can understand what you are doing. Okay, I think that was probably what. Yes, okay, that's good. Did you hear, Isaac? Did you hear the part on the VLOOKUP? Did you get that? What I did, or are you lost? No, you didn't hear that. Okay, so I'll run through the VLOOKUP. So that's fine. So that anyone who couldn't hear it will be able to hear, get it. So I was talking about the fact that VLOOKUP, you need to extract data from a table based on a certain condition, almost like when you say your if statement and whatnot. But in this case, you're looking for a particular value and then a corresponding value based on that. So when we say, for example, now we say Esther here, we want to find out what's the salary of Esther. Okay, getting the salary of Esther, okay, out of the table. Let's imagine we cannot see it this way, we're seeing it easily. And we probably are looking at a company that has over 5,000 employees. And then the Esther in question is probably in row 3,000. Why would I have to start scrolling down to that when I could easily extract it? All right, scrolling down, then scrolling to the sides, depending on the number of columns in the table, I'm visualizing things on. So because of that, we use VLOOKUP. Okay. Please, Isaac Comfort, at any point in time, if you cannot hear me anymore, please let me know so that I don't will through to the end and at the end of the day, you didn't get anything I said. Okay. So if by any time you feel like I should pause, let me know. Let me know, please. Thank you. So now demonstrating the use of the VLOOKUP, I used Esther. Okay. So we're saying, let me design this so that it stands out quite a bit. Okay, so now I want to look up Esther, I want to return her salary. So in this case, we do what? Equal to VLOOKUP. Okay, do you have that down? I want to be sure you're with me. Isaac B, are you following? I can't see you chatting. Or is anyone else there? Are you guys following?
Following.
I'm saying open now. They didn't really get which part. I just had been putting in the formula. Just help me be a bit more specific so that it helps in what I'm doing and correcting. Okay. Please, if you can repeat the last part. Thank you. Okay, cool. So I said, first of all, in VLOOKUP, it's when we want to look up a value, right? We said, now in this case, we want to get out you've been told by your boss, okay, let me use Obina. Now, he said, Obina, please, get out, I want to know the salaries of Chioma, Diana, and Esther. Can you get that detail out for me? And they're not expecting you to take forever to do that. They're expecting you to take a few seconds to be able to do that and deliver that to your boss. So how do you do that? Do you start looking at, you understand? Do you have to start looking at, start scrolling down scrolling down in your data set, and start looking for the corresponding, you may make mistakes. By the time, for example, now imagine this was a very long data set where salary was column 10. So that means you do like you see Esther, you now start scrolling to the side, and then you get there, start tracing it, and then, so you may make mistakes. And the key thing is for you not to open yourself to such mistakes. So there you make use of what we now use what we call VLOOKUP. All right. So we look up value. So we say equal to VLOOKUP, open brackets. Now, what value are we looking for? We're looking for Esther. That's what it starts with. Say lookup value Esther. So we click on Esther. Okay. So I put a comma. Now we say table array. The table array now refers to the part of the table where both the lookup value and the value you're returning, that is salary, has to be in that array. So, for example, I don't necessarily have to highlight the whole table here in this sense. I don't. I can simply highlight from name to salary. Okay? Name to salary. And once I have that, I have my comma. Okay? I've gotten through so far. Now, the next value I need to impute is what the column index number. Now, what's the column index number referring to? We're referring to in the table array now, what I highlighted is name, department, salary. Okay. So the system can read that, okay, we have three columns here. Now, which column is my return value in? My return value is in salary. And based on counting, you say name is 1, department 2, salary is 3. So the column index of my return value is in column 3. So I put in 3. Are we together? And now I put a comma, you now see the pop-up choice of true or false. Now, what is true or false all about? Sometimes your lookup value may not be a distinct value, like name. It may not be a name. It may not be. It may not be a brand. It may not be any of those. It could even be a number. And then you may not be looking for it to search for its exact number. You may say, okay, give me an approximate match. So maybe greater than or less than, something in between, something very close to the exact value is what you're searching for. So in this case, we're looking for a name. So we say exact match, right, which is false. And then we close the brackets and we click on enter. And voila, we have the values. Okay, and this is how you extract. I don't know if you've been with me so far. Did you understand that? I'm waiting for responses. I will get for me to move forward. It seems there's just one person in. Network seems to be really affecting everyone. Which end do Mirabel? Can you hear me? Okay, sorry, there are a few people here. Oh, just one person. Because I couldn't hear anything. So, did you guys get the VLOOKUP before the network went and came back? The chat is fine if your network is. Hello? All right, so once we're able to successfully do the VLOOKUP, then we want to begin to look into charts. And so that those who aren't here, or even those who are here, will be able to get the. Okay. Yeah, so you can hear me. So my question is, did you get the VLOOKUP part? Because I want to move to charts. But even if you didn't get it, to cut on the video and then you'll get it later on. So let's move to charts. We're doing charts now. So I'll highlight the full table. Okay, highlight the full table. Have we done that? All right, good. Now we'll go to where? Where are we going to see charts? That is. Okay, so we'll go to what? Insert. Now, on that chart, there's the first part is really nice, which is what recommended charts, right? You get to see recommended charts. That is based on the data set. Click on it, recommended chart. Based on your type of data, the system automatically suggests certain charts. Are we together? Hello? Are we together? So based on whatever you already have, so you have the choice to go to all charts and pick what you want. At the same time, you can still stick to the recommended charts and look at whichever one fits into what seems to be what you want. You can see how it is even it suggests so much for you. How many of you have sum of salary by department under your recommended charts? So right here, you just select whichever one fits into what you want. All right, so all right, so I select the first chart. Have we selected one from the recommended charts? Are we there? Okay, good. Now, firstly, I would like us to move this chart to a chart area, to its own area, so that it's not blocking and obstructing things for us, right? Who spoke? Yes. Okay, so if you go to charts, the first thing you see is recommended charts. Insert, that's if you're in insert. The first thing is, huh? When you say lower, it's 1985. What year? The Excel is what year? The Excel is what year? Nope. That is nope. Just click on charts. Just click on charts generally. I think recommended charts probably started from 2013. You try to upgrade your Microsoft. It's not dependent on the type of system at all. So you can upgrade to the latest, whichever one. This 2016. From 2016 up, you have most of the latest things there. All right. Now you select the charts. I think before we even do the movement, we have to take notes of certain things. Which one did you guys select? The first one, the one that has a line on top. And then, wonderful people. So when you click on the chart and you look at your table, you see that certain parts are red, certain parts are, right? Can you see the color differentiation? Now, excuse me. If you wanted to look into, first of all, the chart we have is showing me what both salary and the increment, right? Now I wanted to show me just salary. I look at the table. Once I click on the chart, I see that salary to salary increment is highlighted and probably red. Do you see red? Hey, do you see red? Good. Now take your cursor and reduce it. Take it to just only salary. So reduce, not leave the chart itself and go into that part that is red. Go to the edge, click on it and move it. So that it's just salary. Have you done that? Has that line gone off? Did the line go off? How many of us have been able to do it? It worked? Exactly. So now, obviously, are we together? Obviously, there are so much more things you'll be able to do once you go into the advanced class. Are you with me? There's so much more you'll be able to do in terms of charts as you go to the advanced class. All right. But now, what we're going to be looking at in terms of charts right now is how to play around editing the body and what it should look like. Okay. Okay. Ewo. Okay. Good. Now, how you edit your charts if you are distracted. Look at me. People of God, focus. Now look at me. So how you determine how you edit your chart is dependent on what you want to portray and what you want the audience to see, the stakeholders or whoever you're sending it to. Okay, that's dependent on what that is what will guide you on what you have to do. All right. In certain cases, depending on the type of data set, you may not need the numbers on this side to show for any reason. Okay. You may label it on each body. What I'm saying is miraculous to a lot of people. So what we'll start doing is we just start working on it. So by your top right of your chart, you see plus sign, right? Click on the top on the plus sign. Now let's begin to work our way down. Are we together? Are we together? Let's work our way down. So from axis, you see you have a choice. That arrow by the side. Good. Click on it. You see what? Primary, horizontal, and what? Good. So you can choose to just have one of them. When you take it out, what do you see? If we take out vertical and leave horizontal, are we together? Let's try that. Take out vertical, leave the horizontal. Have we done that? Have we done that? What happened? The vertical has disappeared, right? I don't want us to move forward and people are backwards. Have we done that, everyone? You can't find what? Your plus sign. Have you clicked on your chart? Is the chart itself? Oh? Sorry. No, I wasn't showing before. Oh, sorry. So that was it. That was the first one. All right. So the first one, axis. There's an arrow by the side. Click on it. Remove vertical, primary vertical. Yes. You know, I'm saying that I have a feeling this table, village people following is very strong. Ah. It's not even enlightening anything. Okay. Recommended chat said no. Yes. Already the beginning of the problem.
I can't hear you, sir. Good afternoon.
That's a big problem. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I could hear you, but I can't hear you. You can't hear me rather.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I was wondering, I couldn't hear anybody anymore. So it's looking like we're here alone. So we're talking about the charts. All right, so we've been able to do what? The axis, where we took out the primary vertical and left the primary horizontal, right? Yeah. So then we'll now move to add axis title. Okay. Remember, excuse me. So remember that the goal here, are we together? Remember that the goal here is to be able to edit the charts to best portray the image or the visualization you want the stakeholder to see. So it is not that you highlight and then chart comes up and then you submit. No, you edit it to have exactly what you really want. Okay. So axis title, it's your choice. And the same way you can choose to have the title for a particular axis rather than just both of them. Are we together? Okay, good. So if it is clear, probably with the heading, with the title of the chart, that this is employees and their salary chart. If that is very clear, you probably don't need to state it down there. Okay, it's occupying space. So if you look at this now, I think I'm fine with the axis not showing, axis title not showing. Now you have chart title. Now the chart title is what you see up there. Mine is saying salaries. You're saying the same thing. My chart title says salaries. That's the same for you. Hello. Chart title. What's your title? Good. Salary. Okay. So when you click on that arrow, you get to see what you can centralize, centered overlay, or above charts. All those edits, you can handle that yourself. If you don't want the chart title to be there at all, you can take it off. Okay. Now let's go to the guy I like the most. Data labels. Okay. Now that I've taken out the left axis, the vertical axis, right? I can now use what we call the data label to show you what's the value at each point. Do you all get that? And then depending on the type and the size or length of your value, you can choose where it appears, at the top, below, middle. Are you good? Are you sure? You look like you have ended the class. Okay, so you can do inside base. You see the options there, right? Good. So depending on whatever you want, you use your discretion to decide which one you want that fits what you have. Now, because of the large amount of values we have, inside base, inside ends, they're not really fitting in. The one that is even trying is data callout, right? Data callout is trying. All right, so now notice if you select the data callout, if you select the data callout, you can edit it. If you click on it, so you can spend time editing the data callout to fit into what you really want. Are we together? So then we move down to data tables. Okay, that is, do you want the table that is extracting the data to also appear in the data set, in the data chart, showing that this is where it's extracting these values from. So if the person wants to see it in a tabular format, they get to see it from there. A lot of them, that is also cumbersome and unnecessary. But all of that, the necessity is dependent on the type of data and who you are presenting to. Okay? If you want to give the person you're presenting to a glimpse of what you understand, where it's extracting the information from, especially if you've deleted so many things on the chart that is not all it's showing is the scale. Okay, you now use that data table to just be specific about certain information. That's where you can add your data table. All right. Now, depending on your statistical analysis ability, you can infuse error bars, right? Standard error percentage, standard deviation, and all of those things. Then we obviously know about our grid lines, right? We can take it out completely where there are no grids at all. Right now, by default, we have a primary, major, horizontal, right? Right? We can have vertical. It depends on what you're working with. It makes sense, it makes no sense in some cases. And you can take out the grid totally. All right? Then you have your legends, right? Your legend can appear where? Top, right, left, beautiful. Then your trend line is what? The trend line can also be put in just to show you linear and exponential. Good. That's basically it. So most people don't have the general. This looks very basic, but I know a lot of people that don't know that they can just edit these different things to be able to get the best out of their visualization. All right. In analytics, after you're done with your research and getting things together, it's now how do I present it best to stakeholders? Okay. How do I present it best to my bosses? Are we together? Now, in doing that, you have to now make sure that your chart portrays the message you want to give as clearly as possible. And a lot of times that will not automatically happen by you just highlighting the table and clicking on charts. All right. You might need to do one or two things to edit the chart to be able to work, to be able to portray the message you have. Are we clear on this? Are we sure? Are we fine? Now, lastly, let's, sorry. Okay. Right click on your chart, on the chart, and click on move chart. Have you done that? When you click on that, you have a pop-up. Click on new chart. You see chart 1 as your option. You can rename it. You can call it salary chart. Are we there? Salary chart. Then we click on OK. And it will appear in a new place. Have we done that successfully? Okay, okay. Any questions so far? None, 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 none. Any question? Is this weather changing? Any question? None. So we're all good. From VLOOKUP to charts, we are fine. Okay. No problem. In absence of question, you will get your project topic and what you need to do. Because that's your assessment. So that will be sent to you in the group. And you have to deliver that. I think the time frame will be given probably a week. It shouldn't be too long. But yeah, with that, that comes to the end of our class and comes to the end of this stretch. It was nice to meet you all. I don't want to meet some of you again. All right, you're welcome. And for those who couldn't attend the full thing, you'll get the or the video the recordings later on so that you can go through them. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being a part of this. Enjoy the rest of your careers. Thank you.